Good morning, friends. We are getting ready to sprint this morning. So, as always, I'm always looking for where the heck this video ends up. There it is. So as is the custom for our Wednesday mornings, welcome to our second ever writing sprint in Blockbreakers for 2024. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I was super excited to see several of you join us last week and share what it is that you are working on. Please continue to share that. I want to know where you guys are at in your struggles here too. So say, hey, I couldn't do this because, is it because you have a little bit of a perfection paralysis where you're sitting there on a single word and just trying to figure it out? Is it because the ideas aren't there? Well, that's a preparation problem. And I'm not calling it a problem that can't be fixed. Every problem is actually just an opportunity for a solution. And so if you are experiencing like, I just don't know what to write, where are your notes? What do your notes look like? How can you change the way that those notes are working for you in order to prevent that whole paralysis when it comes to just sitting and writing? I have a whole lesson. It's a free lesson. You can find it online. I will link it in the comments here on preparing your writing space. And a lot of people think that preparing your writing space is just about having this really, really neat space. But as I've taught many times, I teach this in Preptober as people get ready for NaNoWriMo. I teach it before my own book in a month courses. A space is about your physical space, but like my physical space changes all the time. And honestly, right now I'm kind of sitting in a room that still has half of my Christmas decorations out, and it's just kind of in between things. I have walls that picture is like the only thing on the wall in this whole entire square room. And the reason for that is it's just I took things down because we're trying to put up local living working artists, and I just kind of never got back to actually putting things back up on the walls. So this is not the most inspirational space, but I can see outside. So for me, I need to see nature. So your physical space is about where you are and what you can see. It's also about being ergonomically comfortable. Those of you who follow my TikTok know that I ended up sitting for like 6 hours at my kitchen countertop the other day because I sat down there, I started working, and I stayed there. Not the most ergonomically healthy decision for me to have made, and it happens sometimes. So it's about your comfort. It's about what you can see in addition to where you are. Your space is also about the sounds that you hear. We are going to have an epic music today. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, but if you are not a music person, may want to mute when we do our writing sprint. And it's also just about whether or not you have like people in front of you. So some people are really great at working in coffee shops, others not so much. Others, it depends on the kind of writing that they're doing. So here we are in our writing space. I want to know about what it is that stops you when you're trying to just sit and go. Because as we learned last week, Wednesday, you can pop out 100 words. We had people popping anywhere from 350 to 700 plus words in the 20 minutes that we wrote together. And just imagine what that can do in your life. If you could take 20 minutes, if you could take one streamed Netflix or Prime or Hulu sitcom, one, and write instead, what a difference that can make in your writing career. So for today, I am continuing to work on those notes that I have to apply from various edits to my third book in the Fault Line series. We are going to be listening to, what are we going to be listening to? Am I saying that, Sarah? I think I had it pulled up. We are going to be listening to a 20-minute epic music timer, and this is considered this is an instrumental epic music. I'm going to share the sound directly from here because last week when I shared from my phone, you guys said that I had it a little too loud and it couldn't be heard. So instead, we're going to have one right here playing on the computer. We're going to be playing the music, and you can decide whether or not you wish to hear that music. And I got how to find it. Here we go. It's telling me it's not being shared. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, guys. I hear you. See, I'm trying to do these two screens, which is supposed to make things easier, but I have found that it also tends to make things a little bit of a pain in the butt. So, let me pull up my writing over here. All right, so pull up your writing. If you need to make sure that you have your drink of the day, mine is coffee. And here we go. Enjoy. Okay, friends. Oh my gosh. So if you are watching me at all when I am doing these writing sprints, you may have noticed that I hit a couple of sorry, let me stop that video here. Stop that video here. Okay. So you may have noticed that I actually hit a couple of
So you may have noticed that
I'm so sorry. I have got
so you may have noticed that
these two screens have got
so you may have noticed that
these two screens have got okay. Let's see if we can just speak without the insanity of other sounds right now. I have no idea if you even hear me right now. I have to be honest. I don't know, because I had to quit that piece there. Let's go. All right, so sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical sound issues. I'm trying really hard. We had a little bit of technical sound issues. I'm trying really hard.
we had a little bit of technical sound issues. I'm trying really hard. We had a little bit of technical sound
to make this video not be insane, and the two screens, which I thought would be great because I'm like, cool, I can put my sound on one of them and I can put our my own writing on another, but I clearly have to practice that. I promise our writing sprints will get better. But what I was going to say is you may have noticed a few times when my mind wandered, I had to look up a couple of things. And so I could have prepared a little bit better for this particular writing sprint. That said, let me pull this guy up and share it, hopefully without insanity. So let's see here. So let me do my share screen. I'm going to share this word sprint. So I started at 647 words. I'm now at 1,243 words. So I wrote approximately 600 words. Technically, I wrote 596 words, 596 words today. So, it wasn't quite as many as I did last week, and that was because of those couple of moments. Once or twice I was looking for a specific word. I do like to keep my thesaurus and dictionary open online so that I can look for those words. So I did that a couple of times. Once I had to, you may have seen around the 8.5 minute mark, I actually, the video paused for a second. I had to pull up a graphic from my book to make sure that I was putting something in the geographically accurate place. And with our two screens, of course, that messed things up a little bit for a few seconds. But I still think that getting in, 600 words before 7:30 in the morning, that's not a bad start to the day. So I would love to hear what you guys wrote today. And I will work on this one or two more times to make sure that we get our tweaks worked out and I can figure out how to make sure that things are shared appropriately and I don't mess up your sound or your screens or do that chaotic sound at the end of our sprint. But thanks for joining me. This has been our second writing sprint. I would love to hear if any of you did use that experiential writing, which was this week's lesson in Blockbreaker when you did your writing sprint. Otherwise, I would just love to hear what it is that you wrote at all. So have a great day. I will be recapping this lesson just like I did last week, and be sure to check out the other Blockbreaker lessons if you haven't seen them yet. Bye-bye. Be gloriously human.